Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu announced that he had reached an impasse with Defense Minister Yoav Gallant and therefore has decided to fire him.
This evening, before the time 8 p.m., Prime Minister Netanyahu informed me that he is intended to remove me as Defense Minister during the war.
In the midst of a war, more than ever, full trust is required between the Prime Minister and the Minister of Defense. Unfortunately, although in the first months of the war there was such trust and there was very fruitful work, during the last months this trust cracked. Significant gaps were discovered between me and the Minister of Defense Gallant in the management of the campaign, and these gaps were accompanied by statements and actions that contradict the decisions of the government and the decisions of the cabinet.
This dismissal comes as a result of a dispute on three issues. First, my firm stance that everyone who is eligible to be drafted to the military must be drafted to the military. They must serve in the IDF and protect the state of Israel.
But the crisis of trust that was getting wider between myself and the Minister of Defense became public, and this crisis does not allow the proper continuation of the management of the campaign. It is not only me who says that. Most members of the government and of the cabinet, almost everyone, share this feeling that this cannot go on this way.
This issue is not only a civilian issue, but it is a crucial issue for our future and the security of the state of Israel and the people who sit in Zion. We have lost in this campaign many hundreds of soldiers, fighters, men and women. We carry thousands of injuries, and the war persists. Our wars haven't resolved, and the battle clock continues. We must look forward and directly at the challenges and be prepared. Under these conditions, there is no alternative. Everybody must serve in the IDF to participate together in the mission of defending the state of Israel. We must not allow a policy that exempts tens of thousands of Israelis from participating in the defense of Israel.
In light of this, I decided today to terminate the term of office of the Minister of Defense. And instead, I decided to appoint Minister Israel Katz to the job. Israel Katz has already proved his abilities and his contribution to national security as foreign minister, as finance minister, as intelligence minister over 5 years, and just as important as a years-long member of the security cabinet.
ישראל כץ כבר הוכיח את היכולות שלו, את התרומה שלו לביטחון הלאומי, גם כשר החוץ, כשר האוצר, כשר המודיעין במשך 5 שנים, ולא פחות חשוב מזה, כחבר בקבינט המדיני-ביטחוני במשך שנים ארוכות. הוא מביא עמו שילוב מרשים של ניסיון עשיר, כושר ביצוע, וידוע כבולדוזר, ושילוב של אחריות ותקיפות, תקיפות שקטה. וכל אלה חשובים מאוד לניהול המערכה. נוסף, שוחחתי היום עם השר גדעון סער, והצעתי לו להצטרף יחד עם סיעתו לקואליציה ולמלא את תפקיד שר החוץ. כחבר הממשלה וכחבר הקבינט במשך שנים רבות, גדעון סער מביא עמו ניסיון רב ושיקול דעת בתחומי המדיניות והביטחון, והוא יהווה חיזוק משמעותי לצוות ההנהגה שלנו.
Second topic, our moral obligation to return our sons and daughters, the hostages held captive by Hamas. We must do so fast as possible while they're still alive. They need to return to their homes and their families. Until we bring back the hostages, there will be no absolution of deserting the hostages, and it will be a stain on the history of Israel. And we're currently being led in this erroneous path. The third topic, the need to implement learning from the mistakes of the war. I support a deep investigation into looking into who is responsible, and I call for a national commission of inquiry. The decision to dismiss me comes after a chain of impressive achievements that have never been in the history of Israel. Achievements by the IDF, Shin Bet, Mossad, and entire defense establishment. In Gaza and in Lebanon, the terror in the West Bank, we have eliminated the leaders of terror in the world all around us in the Middle East, and we have acted for the first time ever in a precise, lethal strike and swift strike in Iran, and more. I am proud of the achievements of the defense establishment. I trust the commanders and the soldiers. The security of Israel was and remains my life's mission, and I'm committed to that. Since October 7th, I have focused only on one mission: winning the war. Over the past year, I have led the defense establishment in order to achieve that goal for the state of Israel and its citizens through full support, backing of the IDF, Shin Bet, Mossad, and Defense Ministry. I reiterate in the clearest possible way, we still have difficult challenges against Iran and its proxies in the region. The defense establishment is a strong system. We are striking our enemies, we are beating them, but the campaign is not over. Unfortunately, we must live on our swords for many years to come. But this sword, as long as the sword is held by our hands and not on our necks. In this context, I will say the IDF and other security bodies are the defending body protecting the civilians of Israel. I have not allowed and will not allow harming the IDF and other defense bodies, the commanders, the soldiers, from the head till the last of the soldiers. People of Israel,
סדר העדיפויות שלי,
my priorities,
אמשיך ואשמור.
I will continue and preserve. My principles, I will continue to adhere to them.
בצה"ל,
In my years in the IDF, many years,
במהלך המבצעים ובמהלך
during the operations and the trainings, on land, above the water, and beneath the water,
למדתי
I've learned.
כי בתנאי חשיכה וערפל
Because when it is darkest, darkest times you must navigate through a compass. And in our times when the fog of war is big and the darkness surrounds us, I stick to the compass. My hope
כי בנוסף לאנשי
is that in addition to the people of the defense establishment, which this is their way and has been,
בדרך הזו, גם נבחרי הציבור,
also elected officials will choose this way to act.
ערכית ומוסרית.
It is right morally and it is right moving forward. On this moment, I ask to salute the fallen soldiers and their families, the injured,
חטופים ולמשפחותיהם,
the hostages and their families,
צה"ל באשר הם.
and IDF soldiers as they may be.
ואני מצדיע
I
לכם.
trust you and I salute you.